When the Amazon founder and Lauren Sanchez decided to get married, the world watched. And one number was on everyone's lips: $76 million. But is that figure real? Today, we're separating fact from fiction. We're breaking down every lavish, unbelievable, and controversial detail of the wedding that took over one of the world's most beautiful cities. You won't believe how the ultra-rich say I do. 1. The Venetian takeover. The venues. When you're one of the richest people on the planet, your wedding venue isn't just a location, it's a statement. For Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez, that statement was written across the ancient canals and skyline of Venice. The 3-day celebration kicked off with parties at stunning locations, including the 14th century Madonna del Orto church cloisters. The main event, the ring exchange itself, took place on the island of San Giorgio Maggiore, a jewel in the Venetian lagoon sitting directly opposite the iconic St. Mark's Square. Securing a place of such profound historical significance isn't just about money, it's about influence. Following the ceremony, the grand reception was held at the Arsenale of Venice, a sprawling historic complex of former shipyards. For centuries, this was the heart of the Venetian Republic's naval power. Transforming this industrial site into a glamorous party venue for one night is a massive undertaking, offering ultimate seclusion for their high-profile guests. Think about it. They didn't just rent a ballroom, they essentially took over some of the most significant landmarks in a UNESCO World Heritage City. For one weekend, the historic grandeur of Venice was their personal backdrop. 2. Haute couture in Venice. The fashion. In a wedding of this scale, the dress is the centerpiece. Lauren Sanchez turned to the masters of Italian opulence, Dolce and Gabbana, for a custom creation inspired by the gown Sophia Loren wore in the 1958 film Houseboat. It was a masterpiece of vintage glamour, featuring a high turtleneck, long lace sleeves, and a structured, corseted waist that flowed into a dramatic train. According to Vogue, the gown was a true labor of love, requiring over 900 hours of meticulous work by Dolce and Gabbana's artisans and adorned with 180 hand-finished buttons wrapped in delicate silk chiffon. Sanchez herself called it a piece of poetry and sheer magic. While the exact price is a secret, fashion insiders estimate it's well into the high six figures. And that was just one of her outfits. Over the 3-day affair, Sanchez showcased a stunning array of designer looks, including another corseted gown inspired by Rita Hayworth's film Gilda for the rehearsal dinner, and a shimmering Oscar de la Renta cocktail dress sewn with 175,000 crystals for the after-party. The entire weekend was a masterclass in high fashion. 3. The A-list Armada, the guests. A wedding like this is defined as much by who's there as by the party itself. The guest list was breathtaking, transforming the canals of Venice into a floating red carpet. Around 200 of the world's most influential people descended on the city, creating a paparazzi frenzy. The list of confirmed attendees was a who's who of global power and culture. Tech titan Bill Gates was there, alongside media mogul Oprah Winfrey and her friend Gayle King. Hollywood was well represented, with Leonardo DiCaprio and Orlando Bloom making appearances. NFL legend Tom Brady was also spotted, and the fashion and reality TV worlds collided with guests like Kris Jenner and Kim Kardashian. Getting these guests to Venice was a logistical feat. Dozens of private jets were reported to have landed at Marco Polo Airport, with a fleet of private luxury water taxis ferrying the A-listers through the canals. The sight of so many famous faces being chauffeured through the ancient waterways was a spectacle in itself, a surreal blend of old-world charm and modern celebrity. It's a world most of us can only imagine, but the venues and guests weren't the only eye-watering parts of this event. Before we dive into the $1 million party and the controversy that surrounded it, tell us in the comments which celebrity you were most surprised to see on the guest list. And if you're enjoying this glimpse into the world of extreme luxury, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you never miss a deep dive. 4. Dining and entertainment. The party. When your guests are billionaires and movie stars, the catering has to be an unforgettable experience. While the exact menu is private, the entire celebration was curated for maximum opulence. From a welcome foam party aboard Bezos' superyacht Kourou to the final reception, the entertainment was just as exclusive. The ceremony was filled with romance, as Matteo Bocelli, son of the legendary tenor Andrea Bocelli, performed a rendition of Elvis Presley's "Can't Help Falling in Love." At the after-party, guests were reportedly treated to a private performance by the singer Ellie Goulding. The whole event was a perfectly orchestrated symphony of luxury, designed to create a fairy tale atmosphere from start to finish. 5. The controversy. Venice pushes back. Not everyone in Venice was rolling out the red carpet. The wedding quickly became a flashpoint for long-simmering tensions over mass tourism, wealth inequality, and the feeling that the city was being sold off as a playground for the super rich. In the days leading up to the ceremony, protests erupted across the city under the banner "No Space for Bezos." Hundreds of Venetians marched through the streets, with signs reading, "Kisses yes, Bezos no," and "If you can rent Venice for your wedding, you can pay more tax." One group even unfurled a massive banner in St. Mark's Square, and activists dumped a life-size dummy of Jeff Bezos into a canal. For these protesters, the wedding was a symbol of everything that ails their city: environmental damage, the crushing cost of housing driving locals out, and the precariousness of life in a city threatened by climate change. While the couple made donations to local preservation organizations, the demonstrations highlighted a deep divide between the world of the ultra-wealthy and the realities faced by everyday people. 6. The real price tag. Breaking down the bill. So let's get to the big question. Did this wedding really cost $76 million? The short answer is probably not. That eye-popping figure was an early estimate, but most credible sources, and even Italian officials, place the actual cost lower, though still astronomical. Estimates range from a minimum of $10 million to $20 million, all the way up to a figure between $46 million and $56 million. So where did all that money go? First, the venues. Renting historic sites like San Giorgio Maggiore and the Arsenale would easily cost millions. Add the cost of booking out luxury hotels like the Aman Venice and Hotel Cipriani to accommodate guests. Security for a billionaire and 200 of the world's most famous people in a city of canals would be immense. Then there's the guest experience, including private jets and the fleet of water taxis. Finally, the party itself. The high-fashion wardrobe, the A-list entertainment, and custom decor all contribute to a bill that's hard to comprehend. Even at a lower estimate, the cost is staggering. The average American wedding costs around $33,000. Bezos spent hundreds of times that amount. From a custom Dolce Gabbana gown that took 900 hours to create, to a takeover of historic Venice, the Bezos-Sanchez wedding was undeniably a spectacle. It was a fairy tale for some, and a symbol of excess for others. But here's some perspective. For Jeff Bezos, the estimated $56 million cost is proportionally equivalent to the average American spending less than $250 on their wedding, the price of a nice dinner out. On the other hand, the event wasn't just a cost, it was also a massive economic injection. Italy's Ministry of Tourism estimated the wedding's total economic impact for Venice at over $1 billion, factoring in media value and tourism. It raises a lingering question. In a world of such extreme wealth, what is the line between celebration and an excessive display? Was this the most extravagant wedding of the decade? Or just another Tuesday for the world's wealthiest? Let us know what you think below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one!